what I would say is this, I found there are times when I'm creative and there are times when I'm not. And for me, early in the morning, and my assistant's here, and she would tell you, like, on Tuesdays, nothing gets on the calendar. Tuesday, just in my mind, is content day. And I typically start earlier than most would probably imagine on that day. And it's like a holy time and for me, it's got to be blocks. So like if I've got 2 hours, that's not long enough to get in a zone. And I would just say that your environment should match your goal, whatever it is. So if I'm doing a leadership coaching with 10 people, I want an intimate environment where we can talk openly and there's a lot of interaction. If it's with 400 people, I want to be able to have the right environment where it's more 1 on 400. If I'm creating content, for me, I want everything there to be right down to there's a music that I listen to that supposedly triggers better work. There's no words. It's just a rhythmic music, and I listen to it. Whether it works or not, I kind of think it does. So I do. I have certain drinks that I drink. I have it all there. I have meals brought in at a certain time, so I literally don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
My assistant brings it in. Food shows up in front of me. So there's my phone is going to be at a distance, so I'm not interrupted with anything there. I'm not going to check email during that time. And so it's designed for productivity. I like the environment. I like, and there's no interruptions in it. So I couldn't always do that in the early years. So there are people that couldn't do it. And the point is not to do it like me. The point is to define what outcome do you want, and then what environment is going to create that. What time of the day do you do it best? What time of the week do you do it best? Is it early in the week? Is it later in the week? Is it after you've done something? And I've kind of dialed in my rhythms that help me create and lead the way that's most effective based on where we are organizationally. And that should always be changing, meaning if it's not a little bit different a year from now, then I'm not dialing in and making it better.
Right. That's just fascinating to me that you, again, an example of you being a student of yourself, asking yourself those questions, making different decisions to put a structure around you. Have you always been like that? Is that something you've come into?
No, it's like in the early years, there just wasn't much help. So I had to be available to anyone at all times. And then what I found is like that time block was effective and this one wasn't. So I'd analyze it and say, why? Okay, well, I got interrupted 3 times in that one. And when you're interrupted, you lose the flow if you're in content creation. Or if I'm working with a group of people trying to develop leaders, we met for 4 hours and I burned them out. I talked too much. So next time I need to have more interaction with them. Or we did the same type of training, but the group was too big. Or we did a type of training, the group was too small. So we try to analyze everything and ask, why did it work or why did it not work? And when it works, a lot of times we just keep going and we don't understand why it worked. And it's Andy Stanley who said, if you don't know why something is working when it is, you won't know how to fix it when it's not. And so we want to analyze everything. How did it work? Why did it work? What can we do to make it better? And we're always tweaking it. And then again, Jen is in here with us. There'll be notes all the time I'll say, hey, remind me of this. And so any event we do, anything that has repetition is always evolving and always getting better. And even if it's not really technically getting better, we think it is. So we believe it is. And that helps us feel like we've got more momentum in whatever matters to us.